What is up, chat and friends and musicians? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Are we live? Are we actually? It says we probably are. Which is fun. Oh, goodness. I know I was a little, perhaps a little late today in getting started, but I promise you it was for a good reason. Um, it's because, chat, I got my books. So this one, this is Randy Gardner's Mastering the Horn's Low Register. I am very, very excited about this one. Uh, I also got the Freudis book, which is over on my bed because I started reading that one. But I started with this one specifically because I want to work out um, my low range embouchure break in particular. And like the testimonials for Randy Gardner's book are fucking insane. Look at this. Just the ones that I recognize. Dude who's been out of horn for 15 years. Uh, Eli Epstein, Douglas Hill. That's actually all on the first page. But they bury the lead because most of the good ones are on the second. Not most of the good ones, but on the second page you've got fucking. Where are you? Where are you? Barry Tuckwell, Freudis herself, Gail Williams. You've got Julie fucking Landsman. Julie fucking Landsman of the Met Opera Orchestra. Absolutely insane. So I started reading this book in particular last night after I got them. Freudis book will be it's going to become my my everything. But for now, I'm really enjoying the Randy Gardner book, if I'm being honest, because it is it's basically got like everything the body needs. I'm sorry, I'm turning off my television here because I was also distracted getting things set up for practice and for stream. Um, that's not right. That's not right. You know that's not right. Okay. Anyways, so the we're going to just warm up sort of as we have been. Nothing is going to change from that just yet. So we've got our pre-warm up. We're going to be doing more minor scales, and I think when I do, I'm going to find some arpeggios, and I want to start doing like minor arpeggios because I think I've not ever really done minor arpeggios. So that's going to be something to do as we do as we warm up a little bit, and then we're going to get into a some discussion here about that Randy Gardner has about breaks in your embouchure range. So we're going to get into that after we warm up, but for now we're going to warm up and we're going to say thank you to a wonderful day of making music. Hope y'all are having a wonderful, what's today? Tuesday of American Thanksgiving week. Hope it's going well for everyone. If you're celebrating, hope your meal plans are going off without a hitch. I know there's always something, and that's inevitable, but to the extent possible, I hope your meal and travel and gathering plans are going well. All right, let's warm up. I need my click down to 60. And you know what? We're going to reset because that is not a practice minute. That is not a minute of practice. We about to start practicing now, and I swear we do not waste minutes here. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Ew. Nope. It's funny, on that one, I was like, my eyes were on the page, but not like focused on what I was playing. And so my fingers and my mouth tried to keep on going up the scale because I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're going up a scale here. Not knowing that, yeah, wait, I was supposed to stop on the D there. Ah. All right, anyways. That's not even right! You know what? Let me, if I may, because I feel like this is already um paid for itself in terms of just reinforcing, because this is the biggest concern that I have with my own play and self-teaching myself after so many years of being away, is I don't have um I have forgotten much of the fundamentals. You know, like I have the muscle memory, but I don't consciously have like, okay, these things are the things that I need to remember and look out for, and reinforce good stuff for me. So there's a a note in here, and I think it's actually, so it's attributed, it's in Randy Gardner's book, but it's attributed to the Philip Farkas book, The Art of French Horn Playing. Excuse me, The Art of Brass Playing. I thought it was the Art of French Horn Playing. But anyways, it's the brass player's face, in which the corners, because this is a ring of muscles around your lips that feed in from all over your face, right? So this ring of muscles, and particularly what is described as parentheses around the mouth. So you have open parentheses, closed parentheses. This is the brass player's mouth. And so having that consciously in my mind as I'm going and playing through these has been, it's intentionally focusing on the parts of my embouchure that have fallen off over the past 15 years, right? So I'm very excited for that. That feels good. Yo, Johnny, what's up, friend? Happy Tuesday to ya. How are ya? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to French horn practice. Good to see ya. We're just getting warmed up and going through some of the stuff from my new books that I got yesterday. I'm very excited. All right, give me my click back so that we can go and finish warming up 76. And so this is where I need to think about, where is my embouchure break? Because it's on the way to that low C. So for example, that's me playing the low C in my high setting, which is good. I can descend from my high setting into the low range. But I don't know, so if I start the C in my low setting, I think it's somewhere kind of down low in there. So for example, Gardner in his book notes that his personal break is around the G below the staff, which I feel like mine is. I feel like the G is pretty decent for me there, in terms of my high setting. Maybe not. No, as a matter of fact, I can feel myself sort of pushing out as I go from the C to the G. because I can kind of, I feel like the break is the pedal B flat. Like pedal B flat seems, or even just the pedal C, that seems to be like the point for me at which I can't go lower. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. This is the first time I've tried really, I think, to consciously think about like where is it in my register that my embouchure needs to move and break. And it should be noted, and this is why I'm kind of resting and taking a minute as I'm thinking about the brass player's mouth, the parentheses, and I've been playing these warm ups like that. My corners are already like a little sore. They're a little fatigued, which is good because this is how I should have been doing everything for the past 3 weeks, and I have not been. So today's gonna hurt. We might not get to 2 hours if I'm being real, but we're gonna try. Little dude just making himself comfy. Oh my goodness. He's got such a nice little flute. All right, let's do oh yeah. So this is part of the embouchure breaking, is taking specific note of where in as I descend do I need to change my embouchure. And I kind of don't think I need to until I hit the C. So for example, yeah, it's right around the C. So I think it's right around the C. This is good. This is good to know. Um, I don't need my phone in my pocket. Alio. That doesn't even make sense. So if the break is, and there's so many things going through my head all at once that I'm trying to, um, not the least of which is I still need to figure out, or I still need to go through this warm up. So let's do that first, and I'll see if I can settle my thoughts. It's very chaotic in here at the moment, but no, it's not C. Uh, Probably. Hold on. Actually, maybe it is. Maybe it is. If nothing else, it's between the F and the C. Because you can see as I'm trying to play the lower note, I'm like and it's got to be there because I can do the C in either setting, high setting or low setting, in either my high or low embouchure. So I think it's probably, it might even be around the D. Is it difficult? This is very, this that I'm doing right now is it's difficult because it's critical analysis of like the assumptions of what I've been playing for the past 3 weeks, but largely my entire life. So I'm trying to figure out you know, how does my mouth react? How should my mouth react on different registers, you know, playing high notes, playing low notes? How do I need to move my jaw and my corners and my everything to make these notes sound well based on my particular unique physiology? Um, and sort of deconstructing what my embouchure is and sort of trying to reconstruct it into something that it should. So it's difficult, um, not technically, but it's very difficult from like a discipline, from a mindfulness, from an intentionality sort of standpoint, and critical analysis too. Saying like, okay, this is definitely what I'm doing. This is not like it's and especially like trying to do it on my own with I have my reflection here, which is good. The book recommends practicing in front of a mirror for this very reason and recording yourself, all this kind of stuff, which we're doing. So, uh, but yes, very difficult, I would say. Yeah, but that's why we do it. That's why we practice it. All right, let's see. Sorry, that's making my nose itch. It's very like low and vibratey. Did I major in music? I did for my first year of undergrad. Freshman year I was a horn major. Um and then I switched my second year for a number of reasons to accounting because I wanted to get a real job. But yes, I majored for my first year in horn. 15 years ago. That was 2010, 2011 school year. It's been a minute. um, so that's that D was there and ringing. Holy. Because it's also so. Here's another thing, and I'm kind of just going through vocalizing and reinforcing the things that I read in the book as I'm trying to incorporate them. Um, the other thing that the book mentioned was that for where your break is, so say it is at, for example, G, a G below the staff, you should be able to play around a fifth above and a fifth below. So from a G, if you're in your quote unquote low setting, you should be able to go from G up to a D in your low setting, and then from a G down to a C in your high setting. Maybe that's it. Maybe my break is around an F or a G, and I can get to a C on my high setting versus I can't go up nearly as high on my low setting yet. Makes you think. So for example, on low setting, those notes can happen, but they're really like weird. The C feels great, but going up does not. Yeesh! Whew, I'm so lightheaded now. Yikes. Alternatively, so that was in my low setting up to a fucking... I think we got up to the E on the staff? E at the bottom of the staff? Whereas if we start on the C... I think that is, if I had to guess, I would say that's probably my break range, is around the C. Because my high setting can hit the C, but my high setting cannot go lower. My low setting can go from the C and up a decent ways. Is that right, though? Because if maybe we can introduce a break, an artificial break somewhere in F. So, for example, if we did like... No, that's bad because at that point I sort of did a jump on the D. My low setting needs to be able to go higher. That's what I need to be able to train. Yo, Evil Hag, what's going on? Don't know what he's talking about, but it seems hard. I like it. It's pretty hard. It's not easy. It is not. This is a very difficult instrument, and especially this is a very difficult concept on this instrument because a horn player is supposed to be able to play like, 4+ octaves, all the way from an octave below, from there down. So like... I can't even hit those notes. So down there up to the octave above. So it's negotiating the entire the length of the 4+ octave range, and then notice it's an embouchure break between high and low is what we're working on right now, making sure that because there is a point where just physically you have to change something in your embouchure to get all notes to be able to play as they should. Same for voice, if you're familiar with that. Sort of break between your resonances, your chest, mix, and head voice. That's the same sort of thing as going through the break range. But yeah, hopefully that's it's a brief explanation, and it's going to be a lot of like tooting down low while I like sort of hone in on it. So we'll get into some more musical stuff in a minute, but for now that's kind of the kind of what we're working on. Yeesh. Kind of understood. Hell yeah. I'm very glad when when you confirm that my explanations, they make sense in my head. Um and it's often been a thing for me that explanations don't make sense in other people's heads. So I appreciate the confirmation because sometimes I assume, everything in my head works out the way that I think I'm explaining it, but my words don't actually convey the concept very well. You know what I mean? Just as demonstrated in that explanation of the explanation didn't make sense, but like you kind of get it. Ugh, I'm tired, guys. I'll be real. I am a little sleepy. And so here's I think at this point, excuse me, we're kind of warmed up. We are kind of warmed up in the sense that we are not cold. So let's go. There's some embouchure break, calls them register shift exercises here. So for example, if a register break is around G, I tried to learn clarinet a few years ago, and hitting higher octaves was so hard. Wind instruments are difficult in general, I think. Yes. Yeah. Very much so. Very much it's difficult because it's so particular. Like, you know, intuitively you can pick up a guitar or a piano and you can see, okay, this makes sense. There's some things, finger arches, proper placement, and ergonomics, whatever, that go into it. But on the whole, you can kind of see this makes sense to me intuitively. I feel like wind instruments outside of pressing the buttons, unintuitive 100%. You have no idea proper breath technique with your diaphragm, with feeling like you're filling up your back because your diaphragm is expanding in such a way, breath control, engaging your abs to make sure that the exhalation is proper, the embouchure and like, hell nah, dude. That is not intuitive at all. So you kind of have to like, it's you where specific instruction for, clarinet or horn or however is very, very not necessary, but helpful because yeah, this shit's like so hard. And especially this, like, how the hell are you supposed to know this crap without, buying the $27 book from Randy Gardner? I'm mostly joking. It's been a wealth of knowledge, and I only just started reading it yesterday, but, still. All right. So, for example, if your register break is around a G, you go from G and you ascend chromatically and then descend chromatically. So let me try on a G, and we're going to see how that feels. On my low setting. So we start on low setting and ascend. That's what it is. Okay, I don't think a G is where my break is because that was way too fucking easy. let's see. So I think it's the C. I do think it's the C because that's like because it's a note that you can hit either on high or low setting. That's how you find it. So that was all on high setting, which is not great. Kinda. Wait, right? Because now I'm confused. So if the no, I need to be on low setting in ascent. That's what it was. And that's it. Is being able to hit the G, which is a fifth above my register break on my low setting and having it be like decent. That's what it's got to be. So it's extending my low range upwards and my high range lowards. So hitting the C on my high setting, then maybe not, because it's the jaw. I think my jaw is already down when I hit the C. All right, let me see. Maybe it's closer to an E or an F. So okay. Now I think we're starting to get somewhere. So around an F, if I try and descend in my high setting, if I breathe properly, so that's descending on my upper setting. If I play an F, no, that can't be right because F is not comfortable on my lower setting. So maybe it is closer to an E or a D. Let's try an E flat. Okay. All right. All right. About an E flat to a D is what I'm sort of narrowing in on. So now if we start that on the low setting and try and ascend, what does that look like? bad. It's kind of there. So that's your E flat. That might kind of be it. Dang, my valve is very slow today. It was a little chilly. And you know what? It's going to get even colder this weekend. Which normally, for end of November around Thanksgiving, would be quite welcome. But I'm in Florida. Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy he is. Yo, I don't do this often, ever. But, yo, if anyone's hanging out in chat, if you could say we love Pax for my sweet little pup, I know he would appreciate it. And we'll give him plenty of lovin's, of course, as we do. Anyways, I don't remember what I was. Oh, okay. So just having the knowledge that our break is somewhere around an E flat to a D makes it so much easier to like tackle things, because now I know what the problem register is, and we can kind of like focus a little more intently, I guess, is the on the things that we need to do to make the notes pop and play well in each register, especially given the context of whatever we're playing. So for example, not for example, but so the ascending and descending is chromatically, but also as a returning to the original pitch. So I want to try that a little bit. Let me try, just because I don't like doing flats. I'm going to assume my break is at a D. I'm going to assume my break is at a D. So and even, because here's the other thing, is I'm not convinced that my, why did I just say the same thing again? I'm not convinced that my break is necessarily that high. It feels like, and maybe it's just a result of me sort of trying to work out this sort of thing before without actually having direction on it, but I feel like there already is a decent amount of overlap, probably only like a minor third, maybe a major third in comfortable range there, but it kind of includes the E flat, which is why I'm thinking it's probably should be from C to G and then C like to, like it only goes down to like an A, sometimes a B flat. But if we go from C to G comfortably and then C down to, G or F comfortably, that will never be right. No, I'm dumb. This is stupid. No. I'm conflating break with where it has to be in the register. So from like B flat and such down, it has to be in the low register. So maybe that means that we're a fifth above, around the F to E flat someplace. D. Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. Anyway, so because you can go up on the low setting and they hit, but they're not like good. So I don't know. I think we're at 40 minutes. This is fine. I think we're gonna go into more of this, definitely more of this later on. But I don't want to spend too much time. I don't want that to be the entire day. I feel like we did a decent job breaking, quote unquote, my embouchure. I've got a little bit more mindfulness to where the register needs to shift and what needs to happen to get it to shift. And I think that's a win. And we'll just keep trying to reinforce and hammer that home in the future. I should do some scales. Let's do some minor. No. Yes. Minor scales. Anyone in chat have a preferred mode of minor scales that we would do? The options are you have natural, you have melodic, and you have harmonic. They're all very fun. They're all, minor scales, so they have the requisite sort of dark sounding bit. Harmonic minor is a bit more solid on the tonic of the minor, because normally in Dorian's, dadgummit, Dylan Banks, be real with me, because I changed majors in college before we really got to modes. Is Dorian just the C Dorian is like a natural minor, or is Dorian just major? I get them. It's like Dorian and Aeolian are like 1 and 6, right? Something. Mixolydian is 5. Lodi, I don't know. Let's see. Scale modes. Ionian is Dorian is Aeolian is natural minor, Ionian is major, Dorian I guess starts on 2. Oh shit. Oh damn. We might do that. You know what? All right. Let's try. Dang, y'all got some great ideas. Lionel, I love. So you're saying melodic upwards and natural one down. So you're saying that's not that's just natural. Because melodic upwards, you thought you had me. Melodic upwards is natural minor. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You thought you were being slick. You can't pull a fast one on me. I think that's how that goes, right? Because for melodic, if my recollection is correct, flat third with a major 6th and 7th, and then on the way down it's a flat 6th and 7th. So for example, the C would be nope. Which that's a fun one. That's the melodic minor, the different up and down. I think I like Dorian if I can get my head around it. So C, it's going to take me a minute. C, when you start on 2, so C Dorian is in a B flat key. So for example, C Dorian. With a sharp 6 and a flat, or a major 6 and a flat 7? C major scale, the D Dorian, yes. Yeah, I think that's right. Dorian's pretty fun. Let's do then, excuse me, not C. We're going to do B. So B, Dorian, is the key of A, which is A, C, and E sharp. So it's a B scale minor. So it's D natural with a sharp 6, major 6, and a flat 7. Dude, Dylan Banks, I appreciate you. This is exactly the kind of challenge that I needed to be pressured into to trying to do. This is itching my brain in a very fun way. Thank you very much. Okay, so B Dorian. That wasn't right coming down, though, I think. Close enough. Oh, not called the same in Switzerland? Gotcha. I'm in the Swiss Army Band. Dude! Hold up. We got an actual professional here in chat, Lionel. Welcome. You're in the Swiss Army Band with French horn, but it's hard to explain things in English. My apologies, friend. I wasn't trying to poke fun. My bad. But yeah, so I think dude, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome, dude. How so you're this was Army Band. Dude, Glockner! Hello, friend. Welcome. You weren't supposed to be here till the weekend. We're not done with the Mozart duets. They're not performance ready yet. Oh, good to see y'all. We're trying Dorian scales. So we're gonna do B flat Dorian, which is the key of A flat. So B, E, A, and D are flats, not G. Not G. Yes. So weird. Ugh. I don't know that I like the sound of the Dorian scales. It's like fucking with my ears. Like it should stop somewhere different. Today is 3 weeks. That is true. I appreciate you coming, but you missed. I will tell you what you missed. Missed a little bit new book. This right here is a fucking gold mine. We spent probably a good 30 minutes exploring like register shifts and where my register needs to shift kind of a thing. So that was very boring for my 3-week 3-week practice anniversary. And then we haven't done anything about this one or with this one yet, but we also got the Freudist book. So very excited. And you know she's legit because she recommends use of hold on. Where was I on? Page 35. You know she's a real one. Because she recommends the use of. I apologize for the focus. The autofocus is really fucked, so it's set permanently, but she's talking about the burp. I don't know if you can tell the burp for the mouthpiece pressure thing. So I'm definitely gonna be getting me one of those. I tell you what. That's how you know instant credibility right there. Okay. What were we doing? B flat Dorian? Woo! The burp is the best thing except the beginning. There it is, hell. I know it. I know it. I know. And I just need to like, because that's why I want to get one, honestly, like today, so that I can do it and just rip the band-aid off, get the torture out of the way first, and then, we can actually get the good stuff. But yeah, I'm not actually looking forward to it. And even today, I'll tell you what, there was a good bit in the Lowhorn book that I got about specifically the musculature of a person's face. And I don't know if I've ever seen like the anatomy of like the ring of muscles around your lips feeding into your cheeks and your chin and everything else around it. Like it's outlined in the book. And for how you should have like parentheses for your brass player's face. It was really great for like, because now that is in my mind, and already like after 15 minutes I could feel the burn in my corners there because I'm actively thinking of engaging them, which is like ow. But it's good that I'm doing it, so it's the books are already paying for themselves. It's really I'm having a great time. Okay, hold on. So that was B flat Dorian. A Dorian now is in the key of G, so it's just F sharp. A Dorian is just F sharp. And see, there I needed to the break there is still not working very well. It's when I need to be seated in the low register, I don't have that break, that jump shift done very well. Okay, A flat Dorian. A flat Dorian is the key of G flat. So I should probably think in sharps, but I don't want to. So G flat is B-E-A-D-G-C. Is that how that goes? No. Yes. It's one more than B and E. Yeah. Flats are one more than what the scale is. So it's B-E-A-D-G and C flat, C flat, or A flat Dorian. B-E-A-D-G-C. Yeah. Yeah. So naturals, F. That's it. Okay. And I should do this one up an octave too. Wait. No, that's wrong because I ended on the G flat. I needed to end on the A flat. It's screwing with my ears. Like I feel like I should be resolving on the G flat. So that's A flat Dorian. So that's A flat Dorian. Now, G Dorian is the same as A. No, wait. Did I do this right? Yes, F. So it is F, which is B flat only in a G scale. F natural, no, an E flat. No, E natural. Yes. E natural because that's the major 6, flat 7. Yeah. So it's yeesh. That's tricky. F sharp Dorian would be an E scale, which is F C G D sharps, F C G D sharps, starting with an F sharp. G D, so A is natural. Yes. F is natural. No, A is natural. A is natural. Yes. Haha. Sadly, at the time of my life, I was not enjoying playing the horn very much. Tried the audit, practiced way too less for it. Really regret that decision. But while I was young, I had other plans. For how long are you in the Swiss Army Band? Yeah. So let me see you again, because you said yeah. Is that the mandatory conscription for like yeah, Glockner was saying like 6 months mandatory service, and you can do like the band and stuff. That's pretty cool, because actually, and this is my ignorant American stance, so I sincerely apologize. I didn't think the Swiss had an army. I thought that was the whole point, was the neutrality and such of the Swiss. I didn't realize there was a Swiss army band, unless it's like a ceremonial um sort of military title without like actual military, like, not like a obviously where I live, the military is probably very different from over in Switzerland and Austria. Yo, summon bro. Hey, thank you. Thank you. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Oh, you get 9 months for the military band. Honestly, that's like, can you choose to like stay longer if you're just like having a good time playing the horn? Because like I would kind of be down for that. Just like go and toot your horn for the military parades and processions and whatnot. That'd be pretty sweet. Assuming you don't have to like, go to the front lines or anything. Shoot. Okay, what are we doing? F sharp Dorian. F sharp Dorian. F, C, G, and D are sharps. Is that right? Yes, because normally there's E sharps. That's what it is. You can try to be full times, but there's not many spots for the full times. Gotcha. So you really have to be good for it. Okay, okay. So, dang, that's pretty cool. Either way, they do give you a bit of a taste for like, hey, you want to be a professional, musician, like classical, whatever, military musician, whatever. Here's a taste. Dude, I would have loved that when I was of the age to be doing conscripted military service. Not the whole like conscription part of it, but if I had an option to be in the band to do it, it would have been a lot more palatable, that's for sure. That was not so yeah, because E's are natural, E's natural, D is sharp, A is natural. A is natural, E is natural, D is sharp. Yes. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay. So that was F sharp Dorian. Let us do now an F Dorian, which is an E flat scale. So B, E, and A's are all flat, not D's. B's, E's, A's are flat. It's F minor with D natural. F minor with D natural. Nope, because that was A natural. Okay. Now we go E Dorian. I probably should have had cello drones on for this. Dang, that's a missed opportunity. E Dorian, which is a D scale, starting on E. So it's F sharp, C sharp, starting on E. F sharp, C sharp, F sharp, C sharp. D is natural. D is natural. Whew. I don't even know if the mic can pick that up. Frequencies are getting to be a bit low, and I don't even know if I was even playing those correctly, is the other thing. Probably not, but, you know, we do what we can. So then E flat Dorian is a D flat scale. So D flat, B E A D and G. So B E A D and G flats. So G flat is the flat third. B flat 7 is D, which is flat, and then C natural. C natural. Low stuff's not picked up at all. God dang it. This dang microphone setup is not, I think it's because I've got some filters on. I've got like compression and a limiter to make sure that it doesn't like clip when I go too high. But it's really fucking up with the low stuff. So I need to sit down and actually like do it. But I've been a little busy. So dang. That sucks. Like yeah, so the F is not there. So it's around a G that it stops picking up. That really blows. Oh well. I'm gonna have to be able to do something, or I'm gonna have to figure that out later. Dude, I appreciate you, Glockner. We love our lurkers here. I am a lurker myself by trade. So, have fun with your stuff, man. Hope it goes well. Hope it goes better than my E flat Dorian scale. What the hell? G flat and D flat and C natural. That's what we're doing. So I know it's not picking up super well on the microphone. I apologize for that. But that E flat down there, the pedal E flat down there, it was actually like it felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. D Dorian. D Dorian is a C scale, so all natural, but starting on D. Hell yeah. I'm gonna try going lower. I mean, it worked. It was there. Excuse me. It was there. So a D flat. D flat. No. This is the point at which I can't stay doing flats optionally. I can't do a D flat Dorian because that comes from a C flat scale, and I'm not thinking of C flat scale in my head. So it's going to be a C sharp Dorian, C sharp Dorian is the same as a B natural scale, which is F, C, G, D, A, all sharp, starting on a C sharp. F, C, G, D, A, meaning that B's are not sharp. B's are not sharp. That is the flat 7. And then the third is an E that is not sharp. E natural and B natural. The rest are sharp starting on D sharp. C sharp. C sharp, E natural, B natural. We'll see. Yes, that was right. Okay, so that's kind of C sharp Dorian. All right, y'all happy? We've done the Dorians. We've done the Dorians. I'm kind of happy actually. That's I've never done Dorian scales before. Pretty sweet. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick pause on practice. I'm gonna get up, stretch around, go to the restroom, refill my water because I'm not hydrated. And we're gonna come back and we're gonna work on some Kling. Maybe a couple minutes of lip triller. Excuse me, couple minutes of lip and triller perhaps. But there's a Kling number 17 that I'm really excited to get into. It's the Carnival of Venice. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. It's going to be ugly, but we're going to work on it at least a little bit. So that's all. I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes. Okay. Alrighty. Welcome back, chat. I didn't even bother to grab my Kling book. All right. We are now back for the last bit of practice. Fully hydrated. Dogs becoming so fresh and so clean. We love a well-groomed dog in this chat. Okay, unpause. Because now, so it's Kling number 17. I can never play without a towel. You should never play without a towel either. It's gross. I'm just playing. I mean, it is kind of gross, but you know, it's you do you. All right. Kling 17. Let's see how we can do. It would help if I play the right notes. Okay. Okay, so pretty decently easy for the theme, we'll say. Because if you know anything about Carnival of Venice, and if there's one thing that I know about my well-versed and well-listened community on YouTube and Twitch, it's that you do know what I'm talking about. You are familiar with Carnival of Venice. Because if you know about Carnival of Venice, it is its whole shtick, the entire thing. It's a theme and variations. So that's the theme. And what comes next are variations. And oftentimes when this piece is performed, it's a show-off. It's a showcase of virtuosity. It's how weird, how fucking crazy can you make this theme in your variations? How wild can you get? So yeah, so I'm gonna go through the theme again because the variations do get kind of wild a little bit, but I like to play the theme, so whatever. And also, I didn't play it right, so I should actually do it to where it's correct. You know, that old chestnut. Okay, so here we're getting into the next variation. Yeah, okay. It's gonna get fun. It's already fun. I don't know why. It's probably why this piece has stood the test of time. When was Carnival of Venice written? In like the 1400s or some shit, and we're still doing, you know, it's one of the great human emotions is like whimsy and carnival, right? And this perfectly evokes that emotion for me of like whimsy and carnival and merriment, you know? It just it on a spiritual level, I feel this piece. That's all. That's all. All right. Um excuse me. Apologies. Whew. Whew. That's gonna take some work, so let's work it. Let's work it. Even that grace note there is not correct. Ah. So that's what it is. It's you just have to hold on to the A there longer than you feel like you should. Okay. So that's it. You just have to do it correctly, and for the grace notes, play D on trigger 3 instead of trigger 1, 2. That's a pretty good one. It's a lot cleaner. That's a lot cleaner. Okay. Let me try and do this variation one shot. I don't expect to be able to do it, but like maybe. Maybe. Okay. That's where I need to focus more on getting that nailed down. So that's what we're going to do. Why? Of all my weaknesses, chat, one of my greatest has to be my own hubris. It has to be the irrational confidence in myself to say, I'll remember that. I don't need to write that down. That makes so much sense. There is no way in hell I can imagine myself ever losing that thought. This is stupid. This is outrageous. This is not. In my 34 years of life, I think I've never successfully done that ever. So, no. We're going to say this grace note here. We're going to go trigger 2, 0, 3. Yeah, that just feels so much better than... Yeah. Okay, so let's work out the period directly preceding, or the phrase, the line, the whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Sort of. Does the mic pick that up? It does say that the mic is picking them up. I hope they're not clipping, because that's the whole point of the compression and the limiter, and they're making it so you know what I mean. Okay. Okay. It feels like it was good sound. Thanks, Glockner. I appreciate it, friend. High notes are good. It's just the low shit, and this is why I got the book specifically, because I've never been. I don't know if we've had this discussion. I've always been a more natural high horn player. Like these B's up here, you know, I don't know, at least compared to my classmates when I was at university for horn, they were quite surprised with the ease at which I could hit some high notes, you know, B's and C's and even up to D's, E's. We tried for Concertstück one time, at least the little bit, and I got the note out, I got the E out, but like it wasn't pretty. So the high stuff feels better to me. But that's why I want to be a low horn player though. You know, it's like I recognize this weakness in myself and I want to accomplish. I want to conquer that, you know? Ah. But also this passage right here with the high notes is actually really fucking difficult too. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking to give my mouth a rest, which is ironic. I'm just talking to give my mouth a rest. I just want to reiterate that because I didn't think of it as I said it, but I'm just talking to give my mouth a rest. And I think that's really funny. Okay. We almost got that. We almost got the first variation, I suppose. I want to play variation one. So, you know what? That's variation one. This is variation two. This is theme. Just for my own sanity, variation one we play straight shot, and then we'll do theme variation one. Then we'll start on variation two. Should we have time? What are we at? 1:31. It's been a good day of practice. That was bad. Almost. Almost. One more time. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. One more time. Because I didn't even do the grace note after the first full bar correctly. Hey. Hey. All the way through. Because I don't think that one was all the way through. I actually don't remember. I just did it and I feel like it was not all the way through. That's okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So that's good enough to move on. And by move on, I mean we're going to do the opening and this in one shot before we actually move on to variation 2. Okay. So for the first time, trying to do it all in one shot, not pretty, not performance ready, that's for sure. But probably good enough to do one more time, and then we'll see about variation 2. Because variation 2 gets weird. I forgot the fingerings at the very end. Otherwise, that was almost like pretty dang good. Okay. Let's see about variation 2. Gets weird. Hmm. I don't have it in my ear. Hold on. That's weird. That should go slower. I should do this slower. That's what it should be. So if we go based on yeah. So let's do it what we know with a click first, and then we'll apply the click and go even slower with the other one. Well, no. No, it's even slower. Jeez. That's weird. On this kind of beat, I should do. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum That's what it is. It's the grace notes. It's they're pushing too far into the rests or into the second note. So for example, if it's That's it. Dang. It is a great piece. I appreciate the kind words. I don't feel great since we've gone to variation 2, but this is still even working variation 1. Oh my god. Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough. And especially to try and to keep the rhythm on this with all the grace notes is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. Okay, that's more. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's not as intuitive as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, that one's not going to work. But let's get the first variation in time some. And then I think we'll move on because I wanted to do I wanted to do excerpts. I wanted to do excerpts, and particularly low horn excerpts. I wanted to revisit Shostakovich, maybe. Okay. I don't know why those are doing like it's weird for me to like I think I'm waiting too long in the rests. I think that's it. Is I'm playing the eighth notes probably too long, waiting too long in the rests, and then by the time I need to come back in, I've dragged. Change the timer from 120 minutes to 2 hours. I did. I did. Yeah. Yeah. Just because I realized, I'm being dumb. It's my fault. I'm the one putting up different units of whatever up there. Like, let's not be misleading or ambiguous or whatever just as a joke. I'll joke around about a lot of things, but precision and accuracy in diction and message is not one that I joke around with. Okay. One, two. Gross. Every day. Yeah, we'll change it up. We'll be 116, 122, 117. That would be great and all, except that would cause me to go further insane, I think, than I already am. It's bad enough when my girlfriend tries to turn up the volume on something and puts it at 17 instead of just as easily going to 16 or 18. 15 even is okay, but like 17? Like, babe, I love you, but come on. You can't be doing this to me. I'm crazy. Don't you understand by now that I am insane? Oh, goodness. That one kind of felt like a good rendition of variation 1. And in fact, because we're at an hour 50 already, when did that happen? Let's do some excerpts. And I want to do some excerpts. I was like this myself as well, but then I forced myself to pick odd numbers and things, and now I love the chaos. Maybe I turned completely insane. Yes, you have. Full stop. But no, dude, I'm into it. Like it's not like a compulsion. Like I can't have anything on odd and it's not odd numbers. 15, like multiples of 5 are fine. Multiples of 3 even are fine. But like primes in particular, 17, 19, 23, 29, like these are bad numbers to land on. Even like 27, I can dig with 27. It's a perfect cube. 29 though? 17? Oh. Oh, no. No, 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 no. All right. Shostakovich 5, the low bit. And what's great also about this low horn book, by the way, is it comes with not just so the excerpts. This is Shostakovich 5, just as written here, and then it's got variations for like how to practice the different getting it correct. There's 3 pages, all of different like how to play Shostakovich 5, all of this, and then before it, these are musical keys, technical keys, like a full page write up on Shostakovich 5. It's fucking great, dude. And it Shostakovich 5, there's like 20 or 30 excerpts in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, excuse me, 21. There are 21 excerpts in here, all with the same write-up and stuff. So I'm really excited to get to work. You're a software engineer. You love the prime numbers. Yeah, that would definitely do it. I would definitely do it. I imagine you use primes quite often for all manner of things. I know I took a semester of like PC tech repair stuff, trying to get the CompTIA certifications, back that's probably been a year. It's been a year now, but yeah, it's I have a lot more respect for people who intricately understand the inner dynamics of computers and programs and all this kind of mess, cybersecurity, all that shit. Like, it's not me. This year is 45 squared. 2025 is the perfect square, and then 46 squared is 2116. Oh man. Okay, so that's 45. What about when was the previous? If we say 44, was 1936. So this is the only one in like all of our lifetimes that we have a perfect square as a year. Holy cow. And I didn't realize until fucking November 25th. Thanks a lot, Glockner. Couldn't have told me sooner. I'm just playing. And for my joke, my jacket has gotten all tied up in my chair here. That's my fault. So, okay. Shostakovich 5. Bum 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 bum. Okay. So, and divisible by 5. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's too good of a year. Oh jeez. All right. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. But the low stuff actually kind of sounded like it was secure in there, knowing because now I know sort of when my shift needs to happen. So, like, up until then, for example, the very first few notes, I know that I don't need to shift down super low until I get to the C or the B flat. So, like, I can play. And then on the B, I can like switch into my low setting. That's it. God dang it. But it kind of feels like the break, the intentional break. So here's what we do. No. No, we just play it again and better. And etc. and etc. Okay. Okay, that's kind of there. What I would like to see actually more than ha 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 ha. No. Here we go. Variation 8. Variation 8 of Don Quixote. That's going to be even more of a test because that's right. The low stuff is right where my register breaks, I think. So I need to really figure out what I want to do and where. What? Is that right? I don't think that's how I've played it. So you're now saying, hey, we made practice. We made practice. This is not the same variation 8 that I've been playing. What the hell? Hold on. Don Quixote variation 8 horn excerpt. Because I was playing second horn. Oh, second horn. That's why. This is the fourth horn. Dang it. Dang it. I was doing the second horn. So give me not fourth horn. Horn 2. Here we go. We made practice, but we're still going. We're not done yet. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's not the Poco Accelerando. I'm doing the Poco Accelerando like a line too early. Oh my god. But and this is where I'm guilty of just like playing through instead of like focusing on something. I really should be doing Oh, I see. Now that I actually read the thing. Oh, Donnie. Appreciate it, friend. I sincerely appreciate the kind words at the end of practice on an excerpt that sincerely tests my low range when I think I sound like absolute shit. I do really appreciate the kind words. How you doing, friend? Thanks for stopping by. Um, so if, for example, the C is just below my break range, I should start it in low setting, and then my G can be fully in the high setting with the rest of it. So that could look something like oh my god. Woo! It's coming a lot like it's a little bit better, I think, than it has any right to be. Um given considering that like my primary thought process during all of that was just like where is my embouchure in the break for each of these notes? And just based on that, it seemed like I was able to flow through some of the lines a little bit better than I otherwise would have. Um, Other thing being, and another reason why I really like this book in particular is it focuses a section on breath. Two things. Here are the keys to the kingdom, chat. Number one is you yawn big and silently. And that's you just think about yawning, because when you yawn, it fills your entire. And the other thing that I appreciate the imagery of, because when I was thinking of, you filling your belly up, right? But number one is yawn big and silent. Number two is expand your back. Don't think about breathing with your stomach in. That's like anyone can do that, and you can just like push your stomach out without doing anything with your breath. So what you do is you think about your lower back here, and as you take in a really good deep breath, you'll feel your back here start to expand out, and that's what you're looking for a good amount of air support in the tank. That coming from a silent yawn is how you should be breathing in. So with all of that, I should be able to play a lot more of this, a little bit more consistently and better, with extra fuel in the tank, properly supported and all that. The yawning trick. Hey, see, Glockner, you know what's up. You already know how to do it. You should just be teaching me. It was one of the back thing was important. One of the first things my teacher showed me back then. Really is a game changer. Specifically, I remember my horn teacher in university telling me that it is all abs. I have never been taught that I should be engaging my back when I breathe. So I'm a little bit pissed off at my university professor, for many reasons, least of which being I don't recall, at least, being told to like engage my back or feel expanding up my lower back there with a breath. But whatever, it's in the past, and we're improving ourselves now. So let's try and put it all together, perhaps, and see if we can't maneuver our way around Don Quixote a little bit. Nope. Mm. That break range is like, or like going across it in such a way is really difficult. If I would have lived near you, I'd love to watch you play and tell you some other tricks and exercise I got shown back then. Then we entered the musician's gym. Dude, I mean, but that's even this, dude, this is all learning, and this is the sharing of information. That's why I love the fact that I'm, practicing, but I have y'all in chat to like share with me your knowledge and experience. This is we're in the gym every day, dude. You know it. Although I will say, just while y'all are all here, Thursday will not be streamed practice because it is American Thanksgiving. I will not have the opportunity to stream it, but I will be practicing myself, and I hope you all do as well. I will be doing a light practice on Thursday, and then we'll be back. So tomorrow, being Wednesday, is streamed. Friday will be streamed. Thursday will not. I'll have just a little regular practice to myself. But in any event, that's neither here nor there. Just while I'm thinking about it, I need to focus on going over and under the break range from the low to the high. Weird. That was intentionally trying to like slide between the different harmonics there, and it didn't really like work very well. It may also be because my chops are a little tired. I've been using a lot more of my brass player's mouth, I think, today than I have been previously. So fatigue is there. Hmm. That's so hard, dude. It's so hard. Not just like just to play it pianissimo and delicately and legato and oh my god. I don't know. I don't know about all that, man. I can tell like the flexibility and responsiveness is already suffering a little bit. I tell you what I do want to do though. Um, I'm gonna do some warm down in the low stuff. Playing soft and low horn is very hard in the beginning, but for real, you are already sounding really good. Thank you, Klockner. I do appreciate that. Um, yeah, yeah. That just I don't know what to say. You're it just it feels good to hear because that's not the message that I'm telling myself. But you know how that is. You know what I'm talking about. I appreciate it. It is frustrating when I know the standard at which I can play, and the fact that is not there is a little of a frustration. But that's just my own perfectionism. Mouth muscles have left the chat. Yes, yes. I'm talking more so that I can give my mouth the rest. It's I definitely like more so, and it's not like as much of a burn as it is like I can tell like, oh fuck, this is used. It's like it's spent. It's not burning like, oh, there it's currently like doing anything. It's you have used this today. Ah, ooh, man. All right. So, warming down, taking into account all that we've learned about our break range today. Let's see what we can do. Short break on Thursday is really good, and that's kind of I am um I like how it is scheduled out to where I can do a very light individual practice, you know, just on my own. Probably just run through some scales and arpeggios, and that's probably going to be it. Um, because it has been 3 weeks, with maybe one or two exceptions. Most days have been, you know, 2 hours, 2.5 hours of pretty heavy, intense practice. I feel like Thursday is a great time for a just a light break. Light break. We don't have to go so hard. A little bit of rest is really going to be. It's really going to serve me well, I think. Plus, it's going to give me an opportunity to. It's just more time that I have available to read through these books and figure out exactly how I want to incorporate their lessons into future practice and you know the exercises and everything they've got in there. So, because I think like my plan is so this is a long weekend in the U.S. For the holiday, and then come Monday, I'm planning on doing like I might even start you know just earlier and doing kind of a full like boom, we're hitting it hard with these books that we've got. So so it might just be like Thursday, maybe even Friday might be a shorter bit as we get all that set up and everything, but that's the plan for at least maybe next week or so is we start to get really more a bit more regimented, I would like to say, and perhaps not like boot campy, but like sort of boot campy is like the mentality I want to have, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So that's okay. Ish. That's my high setting stretching down into the pedal register. And then, okay, so now the low register, if I go to the low setting, Woo! Holy moly. You know what? Honestly, that feels pretty nice. That feels pretty nice there, friends. Ah, my cheeks are killing me. Um, but the low stuff sounded. It felt. I don't want to say sounded. We're gonna call that time. I will say the low stuff felt better today than it has. And I think that's a significant victory. Um, I can't wait to play again tomorrow. Honestly, I kind of feel like I want to keep playing because I want to keep doing this stuff, but I need to spend some time reading and planning and obviously giving my mouth a rest. And I don't mean talking to give my mouth a rest. Um, but anyways, I think that's going to be practice for the day. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. It's been a joy and a wonderful time to see you and to hang out with all of y'all today. Appreciate you as always. And hopefully to see y'all in the next practice. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everyone. Um, low stuff is really better. Yes. And I know, Glockner. I know that if it wasn't, you would be the first one to tell me that I sound like shit. Am I right? Am I right? Be honest with me. Would you tell me that I sounded like shit? It's the only way that I can accurately gauge your the goods from the bads, as if the bads do exist. I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you. Next days you really can't join. Yeah, I know. I honestly I wasn't expecting you today. I'm glad you really glad you stopped by. And over the weekend, so if you come back over the weekend, we're going to we're gonna have those Mozart duets worked up a little bit more. And we're gonna have some fun with those. Would have told you the older tries were better because that is also important to reflect what was different. That's true. That's true. Um, yeah. And that's something that I'm not good about like recognizing in the moment. It's I can make a different sound and I can get like, oh, okay, that sort of worked that time. But like noticing what I changed to make it work that time is not always something that I'm very perceptive of. But yeah. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. Now I'm stalling. I got homework. I gotta go do my homework. Y'all go do your homework as well. The required listening. The Mozart duets, or do you mean the musicians CrossFit? Oh God. Oh God. Art isn't CrossFit like one of the worst things that you can do too? Like I feel like I've seen and heard about so many people with like catastrophic injuries from all the crazy motions that CrossFit makes you do, and I don't want to injure myself here, but we'll call it a musician's tough mudder or a what's the oh shoot the Iron Man, the Ultra Iron Man like obstacle courses where they're just like something like that. I could get down with that. Musician's tough mudder. Going through the crucible. I can dig it. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't mess with that's the excuse I have for not exercising as much is Is that the Spartan race? That's what it was. That's what I was trying to think of. Good call. Good form. Yes, Spartan race. Musicians, Spartan race. That's gonna be our duets. Mm. All right, bud. I really got to get going now. It's been great as always. Appreciate you, and I'll see y'all next time.